Hello, collective, and welcome back to another reading. We're gonna do this one real quick, see what's going on in the energy around you all, see how we can help you out today. But regardless, I hope everyone is having a beautiful day, feeling blessed and highly favored. And also, funnily enough, I found a quicker way to upload videos. So they're definitely gonna be coming out more. And also keep an eye on the community tab, because on the community tab, I'm going to be posting a lot of information that needs to get out. And it's like we gotta jump on the board of getting the goddesses and gods back up to shape. The true ones, the true melanated, not ether queens and kings out there. Because this shit's gonna end, and we gotta wake up a lot more. So anyway, but just putting that to the side and then saving that dish for another day, because we're gonna worry about what you need to do and what's going on in your energy. So today we have the Ace of Swords, mental clarity, with the World reverse. So you know that there's a cycle that you don't want to continue. There's a path that you don't want to take. And you know it. There is some sort of like failure that you know is possible. There's like it's like you're clear about it. With the star, oh wow, okay. With the star coming up, you're really nurturing yourself on the spiritual and physical when it comes to this matter, which is beautiful. Good job. Now, what was interesting is now 3 cards came out, right? Before the star, but they all landed face down. And the star flipped up right, which told me to take that one and leave the rest. But but when I looked at them, they were all in reverse, and on the bottom of the deck, we had the 3 of Cups. So be careful. Because something's coming around the corner. Something you don't see. Something you don't see. But you know for a fact, because it's always going to happen, that another option's going to come in and try and swing you one way and try to pull you towards it rather than what you need to do. So be aware of that. Heavily, and as well, I'm gonna take a pause real quick. I'm sorry if I click a lot. There's a lot of things that happen on my computer whenever I'm like doing a reading. I have stuff playing. I like have tabs up and everything. I multitask like crazy. I wish there was a fly on the wall moment sometimes, because I multitask like crazy, and the 2 of Pentacles kind of stands out with that. Thank you. But again. It's like you're juggling. You're trying to find this internal balance. And with the 2 of Pentacles, it's like you're doing it for victory. It's like you are winning. You're finding this way to be successful with it. And here's the thing, especially with the 2 of Pentacles, it might look fucking stupid the way you're doing it. And I have to say it that way, and I don't mean it in a bad way. My energy is changing completely. It's a less self-conscious energy. I'm going to be more of myself, so sorry. But not really at the same time, because I don't mean anything by it. So if you take offense to it, you got some work to do, honey. But welcome if you're doing the work. Welcome here, because we'll help you with that. No problem. But look up the Rider-Waite 2 of Pentacles, and I might even put it up on the screen just for. Do you see that hat? Look how silly that hat looks. The dunce hat, right? You might look silly doing what you're doing, but you're doing it, and in fact, you're not. Your emotions might, your emotions might be riled up, and you might know, and your feelings might be swaying from one to the other, but you're riding on top of the wave. You might look crazy or seem crazy, but you're doing what you have to do, which is beautiful. So thank you for listening to yourself and being true to yourself. That is the most beautiful thing you can do. And that's what you're doing. And that's all you listen. And that's all you need to do. That's all the divine wants you to do. That's all you want to do is listen to yourself. You don't know what to do because you don't listen to yourself. You really think You really think God would put someone on this earth like you? Do you think the Most High Anu, right, would be like, you know what? I think it would be a beautiful time for you to come down here and put you here and leave you blind? No, you've done this multiple times before. You've done this on different types of leg length before, you know? There's all sorts of ways to, like, and this might even be like needing to do a past life. You might even be needing a past life reading or something. If you need a past life reading, I do those. Like, seriously, like, there's like something about an inner discovery, and it's less about emotional work, but it's more about your roots, your heritage, the King of Wands, your power, your ruling power, your position, your authority in the spiritual world as a moving force. Whether you're feminine or masculine, you're popping up as the king. And that means you don't rule the main event, but you oversee a lot. And what you oversee is this energy. You oversee energy. You oversee these leaders. You are... I don't want to say it like that, but I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it because it's gonna click for someone. But for you, you are the hidden plan, is what I'm picking up. For the divine, you're this hidden plan that it's like all it takes is one click. It just takes like a flick of something, and you're out. The divine has you in this cage almost when it comes to an awakening, that once you find what it's like a heart chakra activation, it's like a whole Kundalini awakening that you're going to experience, but without like much work. It's the words, it's the spoken word. Yeah, I'm telling you, because the Page of Pentacles upright, Knight of Pentacles reversed, Page of Wands upright, it's something about knowing who you are is going to teach you how you're going to nurture. And this could even be you wanting to tap into a deeper side of you, like, oh, I want to learn how to, like, you know, be better at using my magic. I want to be better at being true to myself, but I don't know how to do that yet, so I'm going to wait and see. And the divine's like, good, do that. And if you have done that, this is your confirmation that you're on a new path, especially with the world reverse coming out. It really shows that you chose a new cycle. You did not continue. You broke off because you got clarity. And you doing that, you might not even know. Because here's the thing. As well as the Two of Pentacles, it might even seem small or like minute or like not even like necessary, but it's something so small that you haven't even done yet, and the fact that you're doing it now is the fact that it's going to change. But really listen to these urges as well, especially with the Page to the Wands. There's a need to really, there's something on the physical you have, and the divine's giving you ideas for how to work with it, how to keep it flourishing. It may be dropping, and the divine's just trying to show you that now that you chose this new path, things aren't going to change the way you want. Yeah, death reversed with the world upright. Yeah, this new cycle is not going to end for you because of this change. And like, even if you haven't made this change, especially with the world, I'm telling you, it's something about paying really close attention, because this is part of the manifestation process. I feel like you brought the energy, you brought Leo to Scorpio. So you brought the fire, you brought the pure light, the pyre, the holy light, the whole light from the divine to your feelings got it, right? It becomes manifested, it dies, it becomes quartered. I should say, actually, it becomes quartered. It drops into you as the Ace of Cups, right? As Scorpio, as the Phoenix. It comes in as Scorpio with water, and now it's time to take that and put it to Aquarius man, and put it into action, put it into intelligence, to thought, detach from belief systems, and know It's time to take that feeling you have and know that what you're doing is the right thing. So that when you think it, you do it. And here's the thing, even if it's something that you've never done before, the fact that you walk in and be like, I'm going to do this right, and I'm not going to mess up, I'm not going to, the fact that you walk in like that and you keep that attitude, even if you do, quote unquote, do it wrong because you are uneducated or just don't know about it, don't beat yourself up. Be just like, you know what, I did it right. I did it the way I thought I had to. I did it the way that was right to me at the time. That's perfectly fine. I was not trained in this type of area, so I need training, and it's not my fault for needing training. That's why I'm here, is to get training, so when am I going to get training? Get excited, ask these questions instead of beating yourself up. I'm telling you, this is this energy you need to embody. This is this transmutation shit that people don't really do. Everyone thinks that transmutation's like a little bit different, but it's really like just getting to it like that, just seeing it as it is. It's seeing the energy as how it wants to be seen, as something that's going to catch your attention, as something that's going to change. This energy wants to change something. This energy is coming towards you to change. Its job is to change, to give to you so that you can output something. And you can use that energy to output positivity instead of negativity. And that same power that comes from that pessimistic thought that you put will come from the optimistic thought that you put out. Same power. No side is stronger than the other. It's balanced out. I don't know why people want to say that you're stronger than someone. No, we all come from the same source. That's bullshit. That's your ego talking, and I don't think that person knows what they're really talking about. We gotta wake these people up. We gotta stop letting these like fake teachers like talk and shit. We gotta start educating, because what we understand, what the spiritual community understands, because I won't say we. I'm not gonna say we, but what the majority of the spiritual community understands. Modern day, like, people who are just now waking up, they don't understand words. They don't understand how important terminology is, yet they use spells. And my favorite example to use about spell work is an invisibility spell. Why would you want to make a spell that makes you invisible, makes you in the visible realm, makes you visible? Word spell. It's like appreciate. It's like we use it as a word for oh, thank you so much, but it has hate at the end. You know what I mean? These words, these are spells, incantations that we put over people. You know why the enunciation on certain words are stronger than the others? Because that's a way of spell work. Did you know that if you enunciate certain letters and certain words when you talk and someone hears it, that's a form of spell work? And you can put someone into a trance and fuck them up like that. It's called hypnotism. Syllabus, baby. They tell us how these spells work. We just need to wake up and realize it. You know what I mean? And the thing is, we don't, because what we think is all that shit is the fake, and we take everything else. We only pay attention to the history because it makes us mad. Oh, fuck English. I know how to speak. Who cares about commas and stuff? Oh, no, child. They got you worried about the wrong shit. They got you worried about what makes you mad rather than what's going to manifest shit into your life. Because they know that if you're mad, you're going to manifest that into your life. They don't want you to know how to reverse that shit. They don't know how to fix that. They don't want you to know how to stand up for yourself. With the Four of Wands, the Magician, and the Ace of Wands, I'm telling you though, but once you come to this marriage of yourself, not this marriage, this honeymoon phase, this engagement, when you become engaged with yourself, when your thoughts are engaged with your feeling, in the sense of your thoughts are in love with your feelings, and your feelings are like, hey, we should do this, and your thoughts go, this is a beautiful idea, let's do this, I don't want to ruin the plan, let me do it. You know what I mean? And letting things just be spontaneous and natural. We live in a realm full of chaos. This is not a natural realm, Mother Nature is all that is, and within nature exists chaos. That's why things aren't linear. Time isn't linear. Because let me tell you, if we didn't live in a world of chaos, all of your tarot readers that use these cards, oh baby, they wouldn't be picking up shit. Has nothing to do with spirits with tarot. I'm telling you that right now. Tarot is a book, and people need to get this, understand it. Tarot is a book. It tells the same story, the story of you. And what will you do? You will either project your story out on other people and put people as victims in your as villains and victims in your story, and cause them to look a certain way, or you'll look at yourself and realize that I'm fighting with myself, this other half of me that I don't listen to all the time. You know what I mean? That's tarot. You don't need to use tarot to contact spirits. There's better ways to contact spirits than tarot. In fact, using tarot to contact spirits is one of the weakest ways to do so. There's better ways to divine. Fuck, use bones. Use bones. Use geomancy. If you really want to talk to spirit, go outside, throw you some bones and dirt in the air. That will get you to talk to your ancestors in spirit now. You want to get real with it? Let's talk about it, because we gotta start waking up, okay? Because there's no more of this slumber shit. Part of the reason why these people are under spells is because people go around, oh, you're still under black magic, you're still under black magic. When why you're under black magic? Because that reader that's telling you this shit is telling you things you don't want to hear, which is technically black magic. It's telling you things that are pessimistic and are putting your vibration in a lower place. We're all under a spell. That's the thing. Who gives a fuck about the spell your ex put you on? Worry about the spell that you're under before you even met that person. You're focused on the wrong shit here, honey. We're going to wake you up for this, okay? Because listen, the divine is having enough with these people walking around saying shit like this. It's like, it's there in front of you. It's like, can we wake up? Can we stop acting like it's one person's fault and it's like your ex? It's like, yes, heal from it. But don't blame all these attacks on people. Yeah, they do this shit. But don't just have it so zoomed in on one person that you then misguide a whole bunch of people who are trying to heal and free themselves down a path of like holding a grudge for longer than they need. You know, maybe that's the path they choose, but like, we gotta wake up. Like, as a collective, we have to wake up, because the spell that we are under is a fucking collective spell. Because it's the same thing that's happening to religion. No one's really focused on the same goal. You know, you have those in it for the money. You have those in it to help. You have those who are helping but aren't fully embellishing. And that's perfectly, and there's nothing wrong with it. That's what I'm saying, because it's all a journey. There's nothing wrong. I'm just pointing these things out because the elephant in the room needs to be addressed. And sometimes you have to look like the villain to enact some change. And that's something that you have to get used to on the spiritual journey, is really looking like an asshole towards people who just aren't healed. What I'm speaking is solid truth. That's why I can speak it so bluntly, so clearly, without getting aggravated or needing to jumble up and fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just telling you what we all know deep inside, and it's time to stop ignoring it, because that's what the divine's trying to urge at, is stop ignoring yourself. We are here for you. You are protected, but you keep removing that protection by your own will, because you think that you're under attack. But what you're feeling is the release of them. So instead of releasing them, you grip on tighter to it. And that only cuts off the circulation to your hand more. It's like grabbing a rock. It's like grabbing a rope that's attached to a boulder that's falling off a cliff. Why the fuck are you holding it? Let go of the rope. What if it hits someone when it falls? Why are you thinking about that? Why are you thinking that way? Free yourself. Oh, but if I free myself, it might hurt someone. That's okay. They're not meant for you if it hurts them. You're not doing it to hurt people. You're doing it to free yourself. Remember this. And that's all I'm doing. I'm trying to wake people up and free them. Because this shit's been going on for too long. And it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, it's something I've noticed. And at first, I didn't know if it was just me. But no, it's just not me. Because if it was me, I would have known by now. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have been seeing the shit that I would have been seeing. I'm at this vibration now where I'm actually attracting the things that I was consciously aware of. You know what I mean? I'm at this area. I'm at this state of the journey. And I'm going to use this state of my journey with this power, with this energy, to erase some of these fucking curses that these people put on people without even realizing it, because they think that they know, because they watched someone else fucking do it. They didn't even do the research themselves. You know, Like, this is what we have to get back down and start doing. We all do our own research on the same thing. And that's, I'm going to backtrack a little bit because I know that, because I'm already feeling the energy a little bit, and it's not like a bad or anything. And I'm not mad if someone thinks I'm mad. I'm very passionate. This is passion. This is what saving the world. This is that type of energy that it needs. They don't need none of your, you're being mean and yelling. No, this is passion. You might not know the difference of that yet because of past, and trust me, I used to be there too, tenfold. But when you realize what your emotions are and what someone else's emotions aren't, and you're not someone else's emotions and all these things, it no longer bothers you. You no longer have to worry about, am I being too aggressive? No. If you were, someone would make it seen, but it's not your job to always cater to people. You know what I mean? If everyone says you're being aggressive, then cool it down. You know what I mean? But like, not all. You know what I mean? Like, do what you gotta do. I don't care. Don't follow your own path. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Do what you got. Do what you got. But regardless, you can use tarot to contact spirits, but it's not the cards. It's you. On Earth, you give everything meaning. The fact that you look at something and say it has that is you giving it life. Understand that, okay? That's why some people can't even read tarot, because they're unable to even see themselves as who they are. They have this mask of, I'm this way, but they're not. They think they're that way. They want to be that way, but they haven't matched that vibration yet. You know what I mean? And this is all just a matter of work and not walking away from it. This is something with the Fool, because especially with the waking up, when you really wake up, when you see the truth, and it's not even just seeing the truth for a little bit, it's really understanding what is going on, what spell work is, what everything is. When you dive deep and understand, especially for the true melanated, the black, the Latinos, the Latinas, excuse me, ether, 9 ether, fucking OG, original goddesses and gods, right? This sleep of waking up that you're going to take, you can't walk back from, but it's to step into your full power. It's to finally get those questions of how do I do this? How do I do that? Those will be answered, because what you're asking for is an energetic match that's needed. It has nothing to do with how much knowledge you have. It has to do with your energy and your knowledge of yourself. And right now, your bond with the devil to the tower, your bond to this energy of outthinking yourself. Or, if I was a real god, I wouldn't be in this situation. You're a god in training. You have amnesia. Do you have amnesia to the point to where you forgot you had amnesia? You know what I mean? Like, jokingly. I'm not trying to be mean, but like, you know what I mean? Like, not every god was perfect. Look at fucking Yakub. That was a lesson. Not saying Yakub didn't do what he did on fucking purpose, but still, like, not all gods are going to do the greatest the first time. Not all gods, being on Earth, relearning how you are, when you break this curse and you realize who you are, then yeah, you're fine. But until then, you have to keep working. You have to keep going back and forth with yourself, with this old ideology of yourself. The old ideology of the world. You believe in all these things and then look at yourself and be like, no, I can't be one of these because I'm this. Well, why are you this? Who told you that you were that? Did you look into what you call yourself, what that means? Do you even know what these words that we define ourselves with are, or what they mean? You know what I mean? Like, really? You don't have to look into it, But I would advise you to definitely do deep diving, especially if you are in this position of being a leader. Because I'm telling you, it's like with the Four of Swords and the Ace of Cups, there's not going to be much. You don't need much for the divine to help you. All you have to do is take steps and let the divine work for you. And that might seem scary, and you might have thoughts of things coming up that are going to scare you and push you away. But you don't need to do that. With the Six of Pentacles and the Page of Cups, you gotta start listening to your feelings. You're just now learning how to listen to yourself in a new way. Because let me tell you something. In this high vibration that you were in, you were battling your old self. Now you gotta battle the new version of you. Good luck. Because the new version of you, I'm not gonna lie, the new version of you is kind of stuck on a path that is not going to be easily taken off of. You know what I mean? And that's not a bad thing. That just means that if you're going to really do something when you evolve, when you fully step into your full power and you take this path, all this means is that when you do that, right, that it's going to be harder for you to get off your path, and it's going to be harder for you to get to a new one, because this new path needs to be more beneficial to you. You know what I mean? You jumped from a low point to a point to where you needed to get at that would be okay. And now it's time to get from this okay point, learn who you are, and get the fuck out. Because with the Nine of Cups and Temperance, baby, people are praying for you. People are wishing and praying for someone like you to appear, because they need that divine wisdom in their life. They need that divine glowing energy in their life. And you need to talk to yourself, because you're more important than you think. And even if you don't want to think it, you got people who want you. It doesn't matter what you think. I'm telling you for a damn fact. There are people that want to manifest you. How many times have you, I need help with this, and then someone manifests? You know, how many of you manifested me into your life? And how many times have I manifested people into my life? You know what I mean? Regardless of what their purpose was, I did it. You did it. Understand that. You would not be receiving these messages if you yourself did not manifest me to do them. That's how much of a God you are. You forgot. We are that connected, where we are all just one, learning about the self in different ways and forms. And it makes it harder to do that when we're separated, which is what this curse is about. And it's just to be aware of a curse. Okay, so let me tell you this. To be aware of a curse is good, right? You need to be aware of a curse to break it, right? And then comes the healers, right? The healers come in. They do their job. They start picking at the iceberg. You know, things start moving on. And then you go to the medicine men, the ones that will sage you and Palo Santo you and give you herbs and do fire ceremonies with you to help cleanse and release these stuck energies. And then you get to the shamans, the mystics, the healers you don't even fucking really see anymore. The ones that don't appear because their presence is seen as a threat. You get those that really make you heal. That put, not even saying it in that way, but to put emphasis on what I'm trying to say, you know, just for that sake. The ones that really tell you what's going on instead of everything else. They get down to what's going on. They admit all these things to you that no one would dare tell you, because they themselves aren't even ready to accept it fully yet either. And you can only talk about these things in such a way when you fully accept them. And that doesn't mean that you don't agree with it. That just means you're not yet comfortable of walking in those shoes. They're a little bit too big, and you got to grow into them, you know, or you just got to get used to it. But these understandings, this journey of healing, to where after you leave the shaman, you then become your own healer, your own generator, to where you go off into your own. Whether you go be a shaman or go off on any of the other branches of healing, it doesn't matter. You have the energy, you have the stand-up, you have the force to do those things now. Understand that. The words I speak to you aren't just words that come from me. These are divine confirmations. I do not like putting my personal preference out on the internet. I don't give a fuck about my personal preference being liked or disliked. I'm here as a messenger, as a friend, and that doesn't mean someone that's gonna like hang out with you a lot. I'm gonna be someone that's really just gonna tell you like the truth. We're fucked for a minute, and we're all under a spell, and I'm under that spell too, and we're all breaking it, and I'm breaking it. But I'm gonna be the one to look at you and be like, hey, Don't slack, because I'm here with you. Take a break if you need, but don't give up completely, because I got you, and we got you, and there's people behind you, and there's people in front of you, and there's people in front of me, and there's people behind me, and you're just there. Let us help you, because we're gonna fucking get through this shit. We ain't giving up on this mission, okay? We didn't come down here how many fucking eons, lifetimes for this shit just to fail, bro. You know, what's funny about it too is, because the devil think you're gonna get something out of this. Oh, no. Whoever the devil is, the fucking Baphomet of America that's fucking become, you know what I mean? The fact that the devil thinks he's gonna get something out of this is funny, because people get to the lowest level they can, right? They get to the lowest level they can. And let me tell you the loophole, right? The devil will make you dead permanently, right? But tell me why when you die, it's a release. Tell me when you die, you release. Tell me why the only thing where you feel like you're stuck in is here. And why you're worried about an external hell. Why are you scared about things that's going to happen after death? What's got you so scared about that? Are you a bad person? You think you're a bad person? Why do you think you're a bad person? Who's telling you you're a bad person? If you're hearing that you're a bad person from someone who's telling you things, if they're verbally saying you're going to go to hell, or you're a bad person for XYZ, or you're never going to make your ancestors proud if you don't XYZ, don't listen to those people. Those people are sour still. Those people still have healing to do. Trust me, I was there. I used to give readings in the energy. Listen, look at my old ass videos, and don't even look at them in the sense of like, oh, look, you're reading. Look at them at a sense of viewing me from my energetic state. Wet behind the ears, very much so. But guess what? It's a learning process that I'm going to keep up on my channel forever. Because there's one thing that I'm damn proud of, and that's the growth process. And if it's one thing that's going to help people, is showing that growth process. And fuck that growth process being shown with numbers. Let me show you what it looks like with vocalization, with actually healing. You know what I mean? You really want to see how difficult healing is? Go to my old videos and you will see me morph and change before your very eyes. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to set an example. My footprint is going to be a footprint to last. And I don't even mean that in like an egotistical state. I mean that in the sense of like, I'm here. I'm going to make an energetic stand. I don't give a fuck, because I want this change to happen. And it's going to happen. And I'm going to be damned if we are told that the youth is supposed to bring this shit up. And the youth is. Now, let me tell you, the youth is. But I'm going to be damned if I'm not going to fucking help them, dude. I'm part of half that generation, dog. I'm a generation. I'm like 2 generations, 2 or 3, maybe. Like 2 generations, I think. A generation. I don't even care. I don't even care about that stuff. But like, I'm not that far away from these other people, bro. You know what I mean? Like age wise. And it's something that it's not even about age, but it's just about peers. It's just about spiritually. I'm not far away from people spiritually. And people know this. And just get in tap with who you are really and speak. Like, it's a lot of passion. Even if it's just rambling about spiritual shit, just do it. There's a need to exude this energy out, because there's something that you're going to say that's going to ignite the God within someone. When I remember a while ago, I did a reading about the Hebrew letters being in someone's blood system, and I didn't understand what that meant until recently, and I'm going to talk about that right now, because the Hebrew letters in the blood system, with that image that I posted on the community tab a few days ago, and it's probably going to be on the screen now, of the man made out of Hebrew characters, that's what I was seeing. And that was about maybe 3-ish months ago, right? Understand it takes time for you to reach there. I was at that level spiritually to where I was supposed to be getting this knowledge, but my physical body did not catch up yet, because there were things I wasn't doing on the physical to help me get there. You see what I mean? That's the beauty of it, right there. I will be a living example, and I will be proud of it. I will let Anu use me for whatever the fuck he needs to use me for. I will let Ra guide me through life, no matter what the fuck he needs to do or say, because I know for a damn fact that I am blessed and protected as one that walks beside them. And that's something I can say with confidence. And people love to look at things from a physical standpoint. And if you do, then honey, you're not spiritual at all. You're materialistic. You're in it for the fucking golds and riches. That's why you ain't getting much. And I gotta keep it a buck there too. You gotta have intent. And my intent is to spread love and to be set as an example. I've made that intent since day one. That's why, I've even said that in a lot of videos too. And then here we are being that example. We're gonna grow. We're gonna heal. We're gonna evolve. And I don't care if I'm the only one fucking doing it and I got fucking 20,000 people just watching me, laughing at me. And I don't care if I got like 5 people with me or like all of you with me. I'm gonna do it because it's for me. It's bigger than me. It's for me to go through, but it's bigger than me because the effect it's gonna have is gonna be crazy. And I know it is. And that's something that I can't sit back and let people hold back. I've never been able to hold that back from any, I've been someone that always tell people about their dreams and tell them that they can do shit. You know what I mean? And doing it is different. And being in the energy of doing it while also telling other people you can do it and seeing the energy grow, it doesn't just benefit them, it benefits the person as well. It's an equal give and take because that person trusts you. That's an energetic acceptance. You're giving them energy, therefore they're giving you energy. You're working together in spirit. Understand we're all together, but we're not looking at each other. The ones that are working together are looking at each other. Everyone's giving the same readings. Everyone's giving the same karmic readings because they're looking at each other. Because that's one group. You don't see very much other readings other than that, You might see love readings or, this is what they're doing behind your back or this is how they feel about you. But not many other people are talking about this other thing. Because these people aren't looking at each other just yet. These people are still kind of blindfolded, with the Two of Swords even being here. Thank you, Spirit. These people are kind of blindfolded, unsure of how to step into this plate. They see what happens to others. How others get shadow banned and blocked and, under a lot of assault and shit. But this is the warfare. This is the true spiritual warfare. That black magic stuff was just a test, Many are called. Few are chosen. That cycle repeats. We were all called down to earth, but only a few were gods and deities and goddesses. Only one God ruled them all, for that one God was inside all of them. But only one was aware that they were God to the fullest extent. You know what I mean? Just let these things sink in, I'm telling you. But there is a need to really allow this energy, keep this energy and look back in the past and make sure that what you're doing isn't something you're going to regret, Don't allow the materialistic fuck up your spiritual or your emotional path. Just because something looks like it's dropping doesn't mean. When things change, they must decrease. They must lose and able to gain. The caterpillar must lose its form to turn into the butterfly. It must lose its original form. We do the same thing. We shed, we melt off mental layers, energetic layers. There's a growth. And you can grow with people, or you could, not grow with people. It's up to you. But I would, I'd suggest growing with people. But what else is here? Let's use the tarot. Let's use the letter tarot, because that was all one deck. Listen, Spirit wanted me to do this reading hard. I haven't done a long one like this in a minute. This is gonna be one of those fucking probably a 50-minute reading or something. I swear. Judgment. This is the call. I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you though. With the moon, it's something about this. This is what I'm picking. This is what I'm really picking up. And let me say it this way: you might be having I don't want to do it. Let's say you're being told to do something, right? With the moon, and you're I don't want to do it because I don't have the energy and I don't know how to do it. But with the moon, that's your cycle. That's your past self being no, don't do it. You don't have energy. Do it anyway. The divine will give you energy. The divine will realize you're listening to them. And if you just wait the 5 minutes that you need for that miracle to come in, oh baby, it's coming in. And that doesn't just mean for like getting energy. That means for anything. That means with manifestation. If you feel like something's coming in and you're about to do something else to get you off that timeline because you're getting impatient, just wait 5 minutes. Don't even count the clock. Just do something else. It will come in. It's the fact that you're focusing on it so much. You're chasing it. And it's like, oh, well, if you're chasing me, then I have to go back because I have to meet you. You can't meet me all the way. I have to meet you, you know? You'll never meet it 100% of the way. It's a 50-50 equal give and take. Judgment, that's the call. The Hierophant, you might even know about these rules. With the Lovers as well, and the Hermit, there's a need to really draw up. Allow the divine to like guide you so you can draw this energy as well. Maybe you've been having a hard time just doing things, and it's because you keep telling yourself, hey, I want to do this, and then you don't do it because you want to be like, you want to procrastinate, or you just don't feel like doing it. With the Four of Pentacles reversed, yeah, there's like a lack of wanting to do something with the Ten of Wands because it doesn't seem beneficial, or it's not carrying the weight that you want it to, with especially with the Ten of Wands. Just like you're working on an activity that doesn't seem to be prospering, or maybe you want to talk about the truth, but you don't want to lose all that number because it's going to affect you. Remember, you're worried about the physical, not the spiritual. At that point, what matters more to you? People pleasing, or allowing the divine to be seen? Is it people pleasing that means more to you, or is it your ancestors' cries? Is it your ancestors' screams, wars, lives that has been spent on this? You know what I mean? This is what we're talking about. This is that type of energy. It's your ancestors we're talking about. It's not just you. It's everyone. It's this entire galaxy. It's bigger. You got galactic races looking at us, waiting for us, teaching, telling us, communicating with us, that normally wouldn't be even talking to each other, trying to get us together. I mean, shit, dude. It's got to the point to where we got reptilians and all these entities that we deem as negative because we're pessimistic about them on our side, because, you know, there's no set, you know, this race is bad and this race is good. No, that's, I don't know what to tell you, but you're kind of stuck in the fucking, like, slave days with that one, you know. I gotta keep it real with you. I gotta keep it real with you on that one, I'm sorry. With the Nine of Wands, though, and the Ace of Swords, God, that's the truth, though. That might be a hard truth to swallow for someone. But the Nine of Wands and the Ace of Swords, it's like you're being put to this test. You're being faced against this giant that you're not sure how to even face because it just feels so new to you. But it's something that you're not allowing to become natural. This is something that's natural to you, which is why you feel a pull to it. Allow yourself to do it. You're only scared because you think. With the Three of Swords reverse, don't let your thoughts betray your feelings. And as I was even saying that, the Three of Swords reverse came out. So I'm even telling you, you know, your thoughts are acting like a succubus towards your feelings. Let me break that one down for you. Your thoughts are acting like a succubus towards your feelings. And we're breaking that down with the pimp and the hoe analogy. Okay? So, if thought consciousness, also known as the masculine, and the intuitive consciousness, which is also known as the feminine, if the thought consciousness listened to the feminine, and we listened to our intuition, and we weren't abusive to our feelings, and we weren't abusing our feelings, and using the energy that our feelings produce for our own purpose and our own gains, we wouldn't have pimps and hoes running around, because that is a reflection of how you treat yourself. That is your thoughts telling your thoughts, hey, feeling, go do this. Go put all your energy into there where you don't need it to go, where I want you to go, because where that's going to go is going to make me better materialistically. And that's what you're here to do, is to help me live a lavish, beautiful life and live my destined life. And my destined life is living a rich and lavish life. And that's your ego grabbing onto it, because your ego will use that knowledge against you. Yes, that's your destined life. But you got to work to get there. You got to do these healings. You got to be that. You got to be tapped in. You got to follow the spiritual path. You got to do what the divine tells you. You got to listen to the divine. You don't listen to your thoughts. Your thoughts will have you run around in circles and feeling lost and confused, robbing people and shit. Your feelings will have you really motivating and moving people forward. 10 of Pentacles. I'm telling you, that's where you have to be with the 7 of Pentacles. So stop digging. Stop allowing your thoughts to dig at you. Don't allow your external life to dig at your feelings so much. Allow your feelings to guide you so that you're able to remove yourself from situations that no longer suit or serve you. You know, it's super important. It's super important. And, you know, for everyone, but I mean, most importantly, it's super fucking important for the women out here, because it's like you gotta step into you gotta understand that women are like, the fact that they give birth should say enough. The fact that they bear a life should say enough. I don't have to go digging in on this. Okay? I protect the goddess any day of my life, you know. I will. Swear to God. I don't care. I don't care if that man fucking 1,000 foot tall, if someone like doing some shit to a goddess mama, I'm not standing for it. It ain't how it is. You ruining the one thing that brought you in this life. You abusing that one thing that brought you in this life. Don't even matter if it's your mom. You're looking at the entity. You're looking at the energy, the embodiment that brought you in this life. And you're going to use that to your own advantage. You know what I mean? It's gross. It's so pathetic. But regardless, to get out of the energy, judgment, this is your wake-up call. You know? This, and especially because when people get riled up, this anger that comes up, let that anger fuel you. Anger is not bad, only if you let it bad. An uncontrolled emotion is a dangerous emotion. Now, does that mean good or bad? Neither. You know, the word dangerous implies, but, you know. Anyway, if it's good and you're allowing your energy to go good and you're letting your feelings run with this good energy, it's dangerous because you'll be manifesting things at such a rapid rate. You know, you would have to be careful. And if you're on the opposite end, you'd be putting blockages. But just, this is your wake-up call. But regardless, use this anger to fuel you for the passion that you need to move forward. Because when people get passionate, you'll even see, and even use this as by the way people describe emotions, and you'll even see the spell work that's been put on us. I'm not even joking. If people say that you're mad and angry when you're passionate, then now you know a synonym, if you want to use that word, for fucking passion. It's anger. Crazy, right? Because you get those two confused. You might not have been taught that, but that's called a context clue. Something that I was taught in elementary school that I use to this day. I use context. That's the one thing in school that I've never not used. It's a context clue. Because let me tell you something. That's intuition. That's part of intuition right there. You want to know what your clairs are? It's knowing context clues. Reading the room is reading the energy, child. They got people blind as fuck, not knowing they magical fucking beings, saying that they just have anxiety. When in actuality, they don't have anxiety. It's straight up the energy around them that's fucking them up. There are 2 mental illnesses. And that is a lack of emotion and a lack of thought, which is sociopath and psychopath, I believe. I believe. Those are the only 2. Because a narcissist, there's not really a difference between them. You got to do some like extra digging to find a difference between a narcissist and these people. Narcissist is an umbrella term for those people. Because instead of trying to dictate which one they are, you just call them a narcissist. And you flip this fucking script on them. You know what I mean? And And that's not even like giving advice to you to do that. I'm just telling you why that word exists. You know, there's only 2 mental illnesses. We are all bipolar, because if we only felt one emotion, why the fuck would we be feeling anything? You know, you'd get used to that one emotion to the point to where you wouldn't even feel anything. We're all bipolar. They tell you these things, they brain rot you, they make you feel codependent on their fucking poison and medications just to like freak you out. And it's all because you don't understand these things. It's a lack of education, it's a lack of understanding, it's a lack of knowing how to control these things, it's a lack of healing, it's a lack of knowing that the only reason why you're suffering from these things is because your fucking mom and dad and the people before them suffer from it too, and that you have to be the one to heal it. And you don't have to be, you can choose not to, you know. But the fact that you chose to heal from it, it's going to show itself more to you. You're going to be the one focusing on it more. It's going to be the one actually affecting you. So then people are, oh, you're just depressed and weird and sad all the time, because you're actually working on yourself. And you're realizing, oh shit, I've been lied to my whole life. Oh God, I really have. Like, I'm such a beautiful person, and no one really, and everyone sees it, but everyone treats me like shit because they know I'm a beautiful person. They don't want to tell me that I'm a beautiful person because they get jealous or they don't like it, or they're just too shy to, and all these things. And it frustrates you and it shuts you down because you don't understand why the fuck someone else who has the same divine power as you would not be the same person to lift you up and to love you the same way that you love them. Straight up. I'm telling you straight facts. Now listen, take this knowledge and hold it close. I'm telling you. Because these things you can research these things all you want. You will find it out. You will find out. The bullshit of this world, dude. They just want to put you on medication to keep you blind. They want to poison you even more, you know? That's all they want to do. Don't let them do that shit. It's your life, dog, okay? And I'm here just to help y'all. Straight up, that's all I'm here to do. But I will always say this. Do not think of me as just a tarot reader. That is all you see of me is on the surface, is me reading cards. I am much more than that. And on a further date, just not yet, because I have not been told to fully do those things just yet. When the time comes, the time will come. Confirmation. I got my left ear ringing straight up. Thank you, Spirit. What's up? But now is not the right time, you know? When I get the call for it to be the right time, I will get the call for it to be the right time. But I am more than a tarot reader, and I will blow your mind quicker than you ever think. You know, I know a lot more than I ever put off, and that's just the thing. Because at first, when I first started this journey, I'll even tell you the truth. Because at the start, the reason why I didn't talk in depth about a lot of stuff is because I was afraid. Because every time I watched the reader, oh, don't do this, oh, don't do that, so I didn't do them because I was learning from someone who was teaching me from a fear-based program. You know. Now, that's not to say that magic and shit isn't real and that you shouldn't be doing some of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now, that shit's real. Right? But when you're in the deeps of it, when you're in the depths of it, when you're finding out when you're doing it for like deeper spiritual practices rather than just like divination purposes, when you're really using it, you know, when you're using tarot as more of a spiritual tool and more of a truth serum, an understanding of the world, that's when it becomes more of a weapon. That's when you pick up more energies. Because I've been picking up on a lot of crazy energies that I haven't been in the energy to talk about recently. And I will be soon. It's just heavy. And I haven't done one of these heavy readings in a while. But they do come around once in a while, and y'all know. The ones that know. I have one of those simmering. I've been getting the energy for it for a while, and it's definitely, it's going to be a long reading. It's not going to be like an hour. It's going to be like maybe a 3 hour. I'm not even joking. It's going to be a long reading though, because it's heavy. It's going to be a big one. It's a whole like cosmical thing anyway. Not to like talk about it too much because I don't want fucking them weirdos doing what they got to do to stop shit from coming out or whatever the hell they do. But just understand your power, understand your voice, understand that your protection comes more from your connection with your ancestors to your true power than from an external source. The power is from within, And if you give your power to, now this is another thing. This is why you got to be careful of giving your energy to crystals and stuff. And I'll talk about this. So what you don't want to do is to be completely soul dependent on one materialistic item. Now let's say you have like let's say you have like a green jade bracelet for abundance, right? And you always keep it. And then you put a lot of faith into it. And the amount of faith that you put into the bracelet, then it's like it increases your income, right? Now let's say that bracelet breaks. Your first thought that you're going to like hear or verbally say is, oh no, my money. Because it's linked to that directly. It's not linked to anything else. It's not linked to like its original intention. It has its own intention. You're not allowing the energy to be how it is. You're defining it as something. So when you define it as something, when it breaks, it no longer has any of the energy. But don't give objects a lot of energy. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing with faith. And you can, that's the whole thing with false idols as well. That's why they talk about that and stuff. False idols, things made by man, in time will be destroyed. It is the law. Anything man made will be destroyed. But regardless, this has definitely been the reading. There's been a lot of just divine energy in this shit. It's just been different. It's just like there's just a new energy. It's a whole new thing, and we got to start waking up and getting to it. And I'm gonna say this before I get off as well, because I need to say this. If you're afraid of being blunt, don't. Some people need it blunt. And let me tell you, coming from someone that whenever they whenever they ask, because I'm a musician, right? So I used to ask people all the time for advice, and my friends give me advice all the time. And one of my friends used to give me really harsh advice, and I used to sit back and laugh at it. And not in like a ha-ha, you think you're better than me way, but in like a damn, like I really don't know what I'm doing, huh? Because, they knew more than me at the time. And they threw it down hard. They were blunt. Like they said, yeah, this sucks. You need to do this, this, and that to fix it. I think, worry about these things. And like, it wasn't that it was bad. It was just it needed tweaked, The idea itself wasn't, the wording was bad. The wording was not of the greatest use that he was using, but I still got the context because I don't take things on a personal level as my shit's bad. It's just the way it's being portrayed isn't the cleanest it could be. You know what I mean? That's what I'll say it as. That's what I'll leave it as. But I would laugh at it and be like, damn, you know what? Like, fuck, I got some work to do. Like, I humbled myself, and that's what we got to do. Being blunt will humble people. Because that's the truth. The truth hurts, but listen. Oh, baby, it's better being humbled by the truth than being fed like a pig to lies. Because, baby, you will eat those lies up because they taste sweeter than anything. And the second you get a taste of truth, you hate it. And you spit it out and you say, nah, that's not it. I'm telling you. You got to do your look-ins, and you got to remember. You got to remember, man. Are you doing it because you want to? Or are you doing it because someone else told you to? It's okay if someone inspires you, but just make sure that you're putting yourself into it and not someone else's energy. It's about your energy that's needed, not more of someone else's. All right? So that's the reading for y'all. That's the messages. That's the reading. I love y'all so much. If you are wanting a bracelet, go to Otter Spirit. They do have jade bracelets over there too, which is kind of cute. I don't know. I don't even remember. It doesn't matter. Anyway, if you do want a bracelet, go to Otter Spirit. I got the energy onto me today. I swear, I got that energy on me today. And click on the link, explore. Even if you don't want to buy anything, just explore it. See if anything on there looks like perks your interest, because it's a good shop for real. And just code Sublunar20 for 20% off. If you want a reading or any other service that I offer. And if you're wanting, I do all sorts of readings. If you're wanting a reading, don't just think it has to be like a love reading or something. Just say what type of reading you want. If you want a dream reading, offer a dream reading. Past life reading, past life reading. You want a reading on your karmic situation, I'll do it. I just don't feel comfortable doing them all the time on a public platform because I want the general output of this channel to be more educational than focused on that. You know what I mean? But, you know, if you need a reading on that situation, I'm fucking hit me up for it. I don't care. I will do any type of reading. My job is to heal, you know? But on the collective sense, I want to help us all collectively rather than individually. You see what I mean? I mean, of course, it can help you on an individual scale, but here is more of a collective, and when you get into the personals, that's when we can work on the one-on-ones, on the this is your situation, and we can get to the nitty-gritties and focus on yours so that you're not getting confused and jumbled up by everyone else's details. See, that's how I want to do it. To me, that makes more sense. To me, that keeps people from picking up other people's energy and getting their stories confused and then getting lost and really confused that they're on the wrong energetic path, quote unquote wrong, but they're just being misled because they're not able to discern through the messages clearly. I want to keep that away. I want to just tell things that I know with the proof and the facts and the knowledge that I have to back things up with, you know, on the personal, and then, well, on the, you know, on the collective, I should say. But then when it comes to one-on-one healing, it's all about you. What the fuck you want? You know what I mean? And I mean that in the best way possible. I'm Southern. I'm sorry. I'm Southern. I can't help it. But you know what I mean? I can't help it. I need to do better with it. I could do better with it, but you know what I mean? I need to just start doing better with it, just period. Just no excuses, you know what I mean? You just got to get in that energy. You just got to get into it. But yeah, regardless, any type of reading, I got you. Sigil work, I got you. You know, you need prayer work, you need psychum, which is energetic healing. I got you for those. You need meditation music, I got you for that as well. If you're wanting to, like, you know, and just like whatever, like hit me up and I'll see what I can do. If I can do it, I will. If I can't, I won't. If you need help, like, oh, how do you do this, and that? If I'm able to give you the advice for it, I will. If I'm unable to, I will be unable to. You know what I mean? But I'll try and point you to the right direction. But regardless, thank you all so much. If you want to get the readings or whatever, it's the email in the description and the order form in the description as well. Regardless, thank you all so much for the likes, comments, shares, and subscribes, and the donations, whether they're energetic or financial. I appreciate both of them. To the moon and back, tenfold and forever. Let's keep these messages spreading out. Let's keep the truth running. Let's keep educating people. Because listen, we're not gonna be sleeping. No, we're waking up. Like, spread this shit around. Let's wake people up. Let's allow them to know what's going on. Spread the truth, you know. But I love you all so much. To the moon and back, tenfold and forever. And I will see you later.